supports Have a Business Edge, abbwbusiness.com. But anyway, just a quick video today just to talk about the theory of compounding. And disclaimer, by no means a financial advisor. This is purely just based on my understanding of the subject and my subjective view on this. And I do understand the theory can be used in terms of debt. So if you've got debt, for example, you can use compounding to compound your debt. So it's kind of easy to pay off. Obviously, you need to be financially disciplined for that. But I want to talk about compounding in the context of investments. And by this I mean, if you've ever heard of the term compounding return. For those who might understand the concept of compounding return is basically, in a nutshell, is basically the gains that you make on your original investment. So the gains that you make on an investment that you make. So let's say, for example, hypothetically speaking, you'd invest £5,000, and let's say the gains rate on that, the return was at let's say 7%. So that original investment of £5,000 for that year at the rate of return of 7% would give you £5,350 a year, because obviously it's 7%. So on your investment of 5,000, your compound return would then be at £350, which is obviously £5,350. Because obviously you're working at 7% of 5,000 is 350. And then you can also estimate, by the way, in terms of how much or how long it's going to take your money to double in terms of investment. So if you wanted to have an estimation of your investment, how long it would take, I think it's called the rule of 72. I think the rule is called. So this is, let's say, if the return's at 6%, you just divide that by 72 by 6, or if it's 7%, just 72 by 7, and then the answer would give you an estimated number of years it would take to double your funds. But obviously, don't forget, investments do fluctuate up and down, and even though they do compound long term. And then there's also the issue of or the two differences that some people get confused with when it comes to investments is around the income funds and the accumulation funds. So the difference is basically, with your gains every year, you'd have a return. So let's say, for example, there's £350. Now, rather than taking that £350 cash with you, that would be your income fund, and you can have that as a profit and take that cash out, or you could potentially have it as an accumulation fund, which is basically what I personally kind of prefer, which is basically accumulates over time. So you'd have, let's say, instead of taking the 350, you'd leave that at 350 invested in your investment fund for a period of time, and I say period of time, it could be from 3 years plus. Let's say if you left it for 25 years, if you invested 5,000 originally at the rate of 7%, that would give you around just over £27,000. So you can see the difference. Whereas if you were taking cash out in terms of income funds, probably you'd earn less than that. But it's just up to you in terms of what you prefer. But that's something that I thought I'd just share for anybody who's interested in investment. And obviously, don't forget to diversify your investments and things like that in different things, and accumulate your funds in that way. It's one way to make money in your sleep, because basically all that money is just basically being compounded while you've been sleeping. And the different apps now that you can use as well that can help compound your investments for you, and you can invest as little as £5 as well. You don't have to have £5,000 You can do as little as £5. But anyway, that's all from me. Hope that's been useful information for anybody. Thanks for hearing me. We waffle. Let's go. Yeeyooo.